I never had a crisis a little hot fudge couldn't help.
Carly, I'm really not hungry.
Oh, you don't have to be hungry to eat ice cream, Molly.
Now, you are a very smart girl, Abigail.
You've got so much going on in your own life. Last thing you need is me blubbering around. Help, help, I'm being haunted.
No, stop it with the H word. Whoever's doing this is alive and well.
We just have to find out if it's someone you know or someone you don't.
Now, how would somebody get their hands on one of those black boxes?
I don't know. But the weird thing is, I was getting those phone calls long before that black box ever was made public.
So whoever's behind this has had to have had it for a while. But why use it against you? What's in it for them?
Loss of my sanity?
Have there been any threats?
No.
So you're saying if someone would do this to drive you crazy, and with David Stenbeck out of the picture?
Well, you know, my guess is there are a few more people who'd like to have a crack at you. I mean, let's face it. Neither of us will ever win the Miss Congeniality contest in
Like
this
we
town.
care.
Stepped on a few toes.
Oh, well, some toes deserved it.
You know what? I think it's time to break out the list.
What list?
Molly and I keep a running tab of all the people who have it in for us. Now, let's see. Number 1 on the list would have to be...
Katie Peretti.
That's true. I nuked her career and her love life all in one fell swoop.
You know, but you have to scratch Katie. From what I see, she's so busy kissing up to her brother, she wouldn't have time for an operation like this. And let's face it, this job does take brains. That yo-yo can't even tie your own shoes without instructions.
You really do know her, don't you?
All right, then. Who else? Barbara?
That's your list.
All right. Okay, then. Let's think motives.
Well, there's only 2 motives that count, and that's love and money. And money is definitely out.
All right. Then love. You guys noticed anybody making any eyes at Jake?
Oh, yeah. Emily Stewart. Right, Molly?
Going once, going twice. I'm sold on the beady-eyed blonde.
Do you think Emily Stewart would really go to all the trouble just to get Jake?
Oh, yeah. In a heartbeat. Come on, Molly. She makes you look like you're 1 card short of a full deck. And then Jake's up for grabs.
She must be desperate.
Yeah, no kidding. But don't ignore the signs like I did. Remember when I got that check for a cool mill out of the blue? What did I do? I just decided it was dumb luck. And that dress that came from the Orient, I just tossed it up to coincidence completely. Didn't even, just ignored the fact that white is what they wear to funerals in China. All the shots were there from Winston. I just let them whiz right by me.
Okay. Let's say that these phone calls are warning shots from Emily. What do we do?
Well, we find out how she got her grubby hands on that black box recording. That's the first thing.
Well, I think that's easy. I think she probably used her contacts to the intruder.
Can you prove it?
No. No, but I do know that when I was at the station, we used to call the NTSB all the time.
Well, what do you think she's going to do next?
Honey, why don't you just try not to worry about it? We'll take care of it.
No, you're not cutting me out of this. We're in this together.
I knew I liked this kid.
And I think we're on the right track with Emily. I mean, you have to be blind not to know she's got the hots for Jake. And she finds excuses to always see him. Even you told me that.
Huh. My guess is she paid somebody off to get this recording. She spooks you with the phone calls. And then when you crack, she goes after Jake.
Yeah. And my butt will be parked at the funny farm.
Waiting for the shock treatments to kick in.
This is all making so much sense. Finally, everything is making sense.
See, Molly, you're not being haunted by Vicky McKinnon.
Being haunted by the Wicked Witch of Oakdale, Emily Stewart.
I'm not losing it. I'm not losing it. Everything's okay. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Okay, so what do I do? Do I tell Jake? Do I blow the whistle? Or do I go after Emily and blindside her?
I vote for blindsiding her. Or better yet, maybe you should hang out where she hangs out. Sit close by her, start talking to Abigail about the freaky phone calls, and watch how she reacts. Babes like her love to gloat. It may be subtle, but you'll know it.
Okay. So I know. Then what?
Well, then we set Emily up for the biggest downfall in her life. I need a little time to work out the gory details.
Whatever you do, I want in.
I knew I liked this kid. She's your
Abigail.
kid, I can tell.
I really don't want Emily coming after you.
I can take care of myself.
Absolutely. Come on, Molly. She can be a player. We can teach her everything we know.
Not everything you know.
Well.
All right. Okay. Say we pin the phone calls on Emily. That's great. But Emily is not responsible for these nightmares.
No, but the calls are. We stop the weird calls. We stop the dreams.
Still, I can't get this woman screaming out of my head. Vicky, it's Vicky, and she needs something from me.
Molly, listen to me. You are not getting a summons from the great beyond.
Do you think I'm losing my marbles too?
No more than usual.
Thanks a lot. Okay, fine. Crazy or not, there's one thing I know for sure, and that is that I am the luckiest woman in the world to have both of you guys here. I mean it. I love you guys. Okay, little girl. I mean, young lady, you have a physics exam in the morning, remember?
I'm going to bed, but no more strategy planning without me.
No, we're team, remember?
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
I just don't get it. My kid aces physics exams.
Must be in the Snyder genes.
I better start watching it. If I keep losing it like I did tonight, Holden is going to yank Abigail away from me so fast.
No. Abigail is not going to be yanked anywhere. Carly's on the case and Emily's going down. Now, would you like the bedroom tonight? You'll sleep better.
No, I'll be fine. You take the bed. You're the one that has to wake up and deal with Craig in the morning.
Thanks. Good night.
Carly, thank you so much.
All right, no. Everything is under control.